Obviously, we started about a day and a half ago and really starting to get into it because we spent a lot of time last week recruiting, spent a lot of time our practices. We're just trying to get back into football mode and try to work on some things that we didn't do very good during the course of the season. Hopefully, we'll try to do a little bit better. When you watch Temple, I mean, if you start on the offensive side of the ball, a dramatic change in the entire season, obviously, when they made the quarterback change. He does a great job throwing the ball, makes really good decisions. Their running backs are very, very good. They're big and physical in the offensive line. Defensively, they give you a lot of bad plays. I mean, their front four guys, the defensive line and their linebackers, they move very well. They can come off the edges. They pressure you an awful lot, and and we just now kind of starting to get into the special teams aspect. The one thing that we did today is we obviously took a long look at their punt return that they've had, and he's really good. I mean, he's had a touchdown. He's had a bunch of really good returns, 15, 18, 25-yard returns. So it's going to be a heck of a challenge.
Yeah, we've already kind of accomplished our season goals, and now the biggest thing for me is the cool weather out here. It's the first time we've kind of not been dying, but it's been good. We've had a little shorter practices, been more focused on the little things, getting back to techniques now that we've been through a whole year, and that's the only difference now is we've one game to focus on. It's not like you have the rest of the season to look forward to, and just a more focused approach. We're used to having voluntary lifts right now and focusing on finals and figuring out what we're going to do over winter break. It's incredible to be able to play football in the month of December. Something we're not used to, but we're loving the experience right now, and got to get the exams done, make sure we're all good to go for this bowl. But we're ready to get focused on this game for sure.
Our goal obviously is to recruit kids throughout the entire state of Florida. A huge, gigantic, significant part of it is always going to probably come from the southern part of the state. But Tampa, St. Pete area is, when I was at Miami, we had a lot of very talented players in there. When I was at North Carolina, we had a lot of talented players in there. I think it's great that we're playing in St. Pete. It's a great bowl. And I think it's really good that all of our kids' parents and their families and friends can get a chance to go and be a part of that experience. So hopefully it'll be a very positive experience for the kids in the program.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I got a bunch of people coming. My mom says she knows like 50 of just her friends that are coming, to the game, and that doesn't even count, the kids that I grew up with or played sports with, something like that. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be I'm gonna be a little nervous, to be honest with you. Just to go out there and play in front of all my peers and my buddies, my friends. But it'll pass, and I'll get focused and get ready to go.
Obviously, I think it's exciting for them. I mean, they know that a lot of kids that they went to high school with, family and high school coaches and teachers and stuff, get a chance to possibly come to the game and support them, and I think they're excited about it.
It was great to go out the way I did at home, against UMass, having over 400 total yards, 100 rushing yards, nearly 300 passing yards. But just to end it in general, like completely end it, and just to go out, if we can, go out and get that W, that would just mean so much to me and so much to, my family, to really everybody.
From the very jump street back all the way back to spring, we talked about, if you're going to be successful offensively, you've got to finish drives. And finishing drives mean when you get into the high red zone, the tight red zone, you got to be able to put points on the board. And I think probably the one single common denominator of the success is great decisions that Alex McGough made. I mean, you can drive the ball 6, 7, 8 first downs, big explosive plays, get it down in there. But then now the quarterback has got to make excellent decisions, whether it's throw the ball away or whether it's, throw it to the right guys and stuff and not have turnovers. And Alex, did a super job this year.
It's the coaches, they've drilled in our heads. If you get down there, you can't come up with zero. You got to have something to show for it. You don't want to drive, 80 yards and get nothing for it, and just to give the ball right back to him. So we've really locked in the red zone and studied red zone a lot. We actually come in on Thursdays, and that's when we do red zone and practice on Thursdays, and we watch red zone clips, just to make sure everyone's good with it, because that's the most important part of the field. Once you get in there, you got it. That's where you score points. So I think we study that hard, and the coaches drill into our minds that that's one of the most important parts of the football game. All the coaches have preached red zone, efficiency. You got to be good in it. But I think the more you play, the more you understand that it is that important. I can remember a certain instance in my sophomore year. We played Middle Tennessee. We had the ball maybe in the red zone 4 or 5 times. I think we got like 3 points. We ended up losing the game by, I think, a touchdown, maybe 8 points, something like that. So, just that is so important, and I think we're starting to really understand, the little intricate parts of the game to improve us and to get more wins.
I think we had a young unit coming into the year, and as an offensive line, you start to gel together. Every play, every game, you get better and better at knowing what the guy next to you needs and being able to work as a unit. So I think we've gotten much better in that. And even with Neil going down, Shane's done a great job of stepping up, and he's had some game experience. So next man up mentality, and we've been able to do a good job of rotating guys in and still having that continuity.
Bryce has come on. He's always been a confident player. I've said that multiple times, throughout the season. He's been confident, and when Tio went down, he stepped up and he's made plays. I like to have gotten more work with him in the summer. You can't see injuries coming. You can't. But he's a great player. He's got a lot of similarities to Tio. So it was great, to see him explode against UMass and get his confidence up for the bowl game.
I think the most important thing when you're coming in with no game experience is focusing on getting your job done, not overthinking the game. A lot of young guys get in there and the moment might be too big and they get too antsy and they lose focus on the success of the line as a whole. So we've done a decent job of being able to help Shane through that. Him being a young guy, and especially the center, it's very important to be able to understand the people around you. So we've done a good job with that, and just focusing on getting your job done.
The attitude in the locker room, the attitude off the field, even just in the dorm rooms, it's come light years from what it was when I first got here. To passing by football players, maybe not even saying anything to them. Now it's joking with them, giving them a hug, making them, embarrassing them in front of their friends, their girlfriend or whatever. But just stuff like that. It's the love that we have for everybody and the coaches and just stuff like that. To pass the record in wins in the season for FIU and just to leave our mark, our stamp on the university for us seniors. To come through and have 3 losing seasons and now to possibly breaking the record for wins in the season. That's big for the seniors and that's big for everyone here. To continue on with FIU.
This is one of the original classes with Coach Turner, and we've seen the downs of this program, and I think we've been slowly building to this, and with Coach Davis coming in, it kind of put us over the top. So going through those trials and tribulations really makes success that much sweeter.